Many people plan to relocate to different states in 2023, but it's crucial to choose wisely. Some states struggle with economic challenges such as job losses, low wages, and high poverty rates. This video will examine the states facing the toughest economic difficulties in 2023, including their reasons and impact on the communities. Number 10. Kentucky. Kentucky is facing challenges due to a lack of trust in its government. Recent surveys indicate that many citizens are fed up with their elected officials at every level of government. This has resulted in Kentucky having one of the highest poverty rates in the country, ranking 4th in 2021. The state has a higher poverty rate because it has a greater number of minimum wage jobs than most other states, with the federal minimum wage of $7.25 per hour being used. Despite this, Kentucky has struggled with the opioid epidemic and is behind other states that were hit hard despite national improvements over the past few years. These issues suggest that things may get worse in Kentucky before they get better. Despite the challenges, Kentucky is a lovely state with many beautiful places to explore. Number 9. Ohio. Ohio residents are expressing dissatisfaction with the federal government, like many other states. However, one Ohio politician consistently ranks as the most disliked leader in the United States in many polls. Ohio's biggest challenge is its growing urban population, with many dangerous, decaying cities like Cleveland, Toledo, Youngstown, Cincinnati, Springfield, and Dayton. Although some attribute this issue to the prevalence of cities within the state, California has notable urban centers, yet remains significantly larger than Ohio. According to a survey by Community Solutions, Ohio residents see the economy, inflation, and the opioid epidemic as the most pressing issues. However, Ohio's advantage is that real estate prices are not as high as those of some neighboring states and are not rising as quickly. In conclusion, although Ohio faces challenges with its urban population, its real estate market is relatively stable. Number 8. Oregon. Oregon is facing difficulties, particularly due to problems in Portland. While Oregon has many great features, such as beautiful natural areas, a thriving craft beer industry, and no sales tax, Portland is one of the most homeless cities in the United States. Although recent months have seen some improvements, the problem persists. While other states like Ohio and California also face challenges due to urbanization, Portland's issues are particularly heavy. Despite attempts to reach out to the mayor's office for answers, there has been no response. The people of Eastern Oregon have expressed a desire to move to Idaho, but such a possibility is implausible, and they are not welcome in Idaho. Although there is a desire to split Oregon in two, with Idaho taking the eastern half, this is unlikely. Unfortunately, Portland's problems are likely to continue to impact Oregon in the years to come. Number 7. California. Many people wonder why California is highly regarded despite its high cost of living, high home prices, and homelessness problem. However, California's strong economy, mild winters, and beautiful summers make it an attractive place to live. It has some of the best hospitals in the country, ranking 5th in healthcare according to U.S. News. California's economy is consistently one of the top 10 in the country, and it would take 4 or 5 states to match it if Texas were taken out of the equation. However, the situation is unlikely to improve soon. The state is facing challenges like worsening drought and a declining population. Despite this, California remains an attractive place to live, and there's always the possibility of another Kardashian spin-off. Number 6. Oklahoma. Oklahoma ranks poorly in several important categories, including 48th in the nation for overall ranking, 42nd in education, and 44th worst for crime rate. They also have a relatively high number of residents receiving welfare benefits. However, Oklahoma City is making progress and is on track to become one of the world's major cities soon. Many technological companies are setting up shop there, and those in the technology industry are flocking to larger cities like Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Stillwater is a pleasant city with a population of around 45,000, and while many Oklahoman rural communities are in decline, Oklahoma City and Tulsa are thriving. However, many of Oklahoma's small towns are struggling, and some have permanently shut down. Despite these challenges, Oklahoma City is likely to remain prosperous, but problems may arise in other areas of the state. Number 5. Arkansas. The northwest corner of Arkansas stands out from the rest of the state due to its low rates of violent crime, good job market, and overall good education. However, crime rates are increasing in some parts of Arkansas, such as Little Rock and Pine Bluff, which is consistently rated as one of the worst large cities in America. Unfortunately, Arkansas has not made much progress in the past quarter of a century and is often left behind by other states. Number 4. Alaska. Alaska, also known as the Last Frontier, has long attracted people from around the world in search of adventure, outdoor activities, and careers in fishing or oil. However, the state's high cost of living reflects in the price of goods and services. Alaskans have historically been willing to tolerate this expense due to the state's perks and high wages offered by its many industries. Alaskans receive checks from the Permanent Fund each year, funded in part by oil and other commodities. While the state has many positive qualities, industries like fishing and oil have been slowing down, resulting in fewer job opportunities. Despite Alaska's beautiful scenery, fewer and fewer residents cite it as a reason to stay. Although the population grew by 3% in 1930, projections for the 2030 census indicate a potential drop of up to 13%. Number 3. New Mexico. New Mexico faces several severe problems, including high levels of poverty, moderately high crime, and subpar educational opportunities. Their poverty rate is the third highest in the country, projected to be between 18.8% and 19% in 2021. The state's finances are struggling, and some divisions will have to face cuts. New Mexico ranks 47th in terms of factors like crime rate, and its economy ranks 45th in the country. Its education level is roughly average. Despite the friendly locals and stunning sunsets, New Mexico is not exactly thriving, and it is unlikely to turn around for at least a few years or even a decade or two. While most states improve over time, New Mexico's problems will likely continue to deteriorate. Number 2. Mississippi. Mississippi, also known as the Magnolia State, continues to rank in the bottom tier of the United States. The capital, Jackson, has recently experienced severe flooding, and the state is the poorest in the country, with an estimated poverty rate of 1/19th of 1/16th of the population in 2021. Mississippi's economy is performing worse than the bottom half of the world, and its infrastructure is ranked 48th in the country. They are in the bottom 10 states in the country on 8 out of 12 measures used to assess performance, although the state has some of the best universities in the world and ranks 22nd in a natural environment. Number 1. Louisiana. Louisiana has been lagging behind other states for a long time, and the blame falls on their politicians. The state has a reputation for being one of the most politically corrupt in the U.S., going back to the years before Prohibition. Currently, Louisiana has 2 incarcerated former governors, which is the second highest rate in the U.S. after Illinois. Poor leadership leads to inadequate policymaking, with decision-makers often prioritizing their own financial gain at the expense of the people. This neglect results in a rundown state, despite its history and natural beauty. Unfortunately, it's unlikely that Louisiana will improve anytime soon, and things may even worsen. It will take at least a generation to address issues of poverty and crime, and throwing politicians in jail will only slow down the process. Which state surprised you the most? Do you think they have a chance to turn things around? Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on our latest content.